Okay, looks like we got that going. Go ahead and get this out on Twitter real quick. Shredda, welcome. First to the live stream. How you doing on this Friday? Give me a second here. Let me throw a feedback shield up. What a kooky day in the market. Looking at it, looking at our main list we got here, and we only got two green stocks on the list right now. Of course, we got the SPY, and we've got Ford. Ford and I have an interesting relationship this week. Let's kind of look. So we got the SPY. So yeah, it looks like kind of surprising that the Russell is red today. Not red by much. Looking at it, 0.09% down, or no, 0.05% down. So it's not really too far down right now. And the weird thing is, if you compare the Russell and the SPY and the NASDAQ and the SPY, it looks like the Russell is actually holding up a lot better. NASDAQ did get the same. They all popped in right about the same area. But really looking at it, the Russell had more of an ascending trend going on, in the intraday, and it looks more like the SPY. Did my taxes. They took a lot out from stocks and cryptos, but have a new basis for the first in, first out. They can't touch no more. Yeah, that's always a good thing. And the great thing is the positions that you're holding aren't reflected on there. All that matters is positions that you close and any dividends you earn. Positions you earn, dividends you collect. If you have any stocks that you're in that are master limited partnerships and you receive a Schedule K1, you'll have a little bit more paperwork. Might affect depending upon how large your position is. Hey, Pugnacious, how's it going? SST was an options chance that I missed yesterday. Yeah, I did hear people talking. We can go and bring that up right now. That's, when we're here on the stream, anything that people want to talk about, just bring that ticker up. Whoa, are you talking on the put side of the house? Or you said yesterday? Yesterday had a really nice run up, nice and steady through the day. It did not come down to actually test the 200 except for real early. Nice steady throughout the day. The 48 held up well. And looking at the way it went, you started to see the red candles. And yeah, if you were in any long call positions from the start of the day, as soon as you saw this candle close below, that would have been a good point to exit. I heard people talking about it. I actually did not get into it. There's that early morning volatility we always talk about, huge run up, and then these two candles. Well, actually, these three, the end of the upward run, somebody did not like that stock, and then it just got beat down below the 200. So the only thing is, it's starting right now to pull a little bit of an upward trend. It's pulling an upward hook. If you look, RSI's down, Stochy down, and it's starting to turn upwards. It might actually go for a little bit of a run. If it moves above the 13, I would look to see a potential test of the 200 to get back above it. Bucky, how's it going? So yeah, I don't know how many. Hey, there's Riptide. Yeah, just fixing to go over that. So for everybody in the live stream, I don't know how many of y'all noticed the title, Luckiest Man in the Multiverse. For those who may or may not know, today is my 4-year anniversary with my girlfriend, my soul wife, the love of all my lives. We celebrate 4 years together today. So it is, I'm indeed the luckiest man in the multiverse. All the multiverses, in fact. Not just one multiverse, but all of them. And she makes absolutely every day better. So yeah, I had to put that in the title because I'm just, I'll be smiling all day. This smile will last many, many days. She gives me a smile every day. But yes, thank you everyone for the well wishes and congratulations. Thank you. So Riptide, Ford. Ford, the past 2 days, has treated me so absolutely phenomenal in the market. For those who missed, I think it was probably about the... Oh, sorry for messing up Simon's spam. For those who missed it, live... Hey, Pika, thank you very much. So for those who missed it, in the last, I would say, 10 minutes of the live stream yesterday from lunch, I had an unbelievable, not an unbelievable, but for me it was unbelievable that, a simple mental error. I was looking to enter into 4-call contracts on Ford. And I saw the prices moving, and I was wondering why my options weren't doing anything. And come to find out, instead of buying calls, I bought puts. Very simple to do. It's just a matter, there are 2 buttons there. I had the wrong one clicked. I was looking at other stuff. And when I went in, I forgot to change it from puts to calls. So it was totally my mistake. Well, in order to correct that, I bought 4 puts. So what I did, I had to sell the 4 puts back, and in the same contract, I bought the 4 calls that I wanted to enter the position I wanted. The price movement bounced in such a way that exiting those puts actually netted me a profit. That I was in and out of them so quickly, I ended up collecting, on a total screw-up, I collected $64 profit. Absolutely hilarious. And the funny thing is, it happened live on the stream. That's why, I could go, you always hear the fish stories and everything. Well, y'all know me by now. I'll tell you my losses as quickly as I'll tell you my wins. So yeah, not the master. That's the thing, Pika. And that's why during Claybo's stream I did have to correct. He's like, man, Frank's trading perfect. Like, no, not perfect trades. I stumbled into... Hey, Paul, how's it going? I stumbled into a little bit of a win there getting those contracts. I'll tell you flat out, I missed on UVXY yesterday. Lost $52 on that trade. And so those Ford calls that I have, I went ahead and I believe on the 5-minute, this is my candle right here where I exited those. Closed out of them 22% up. I will take that base hit you give me a 20% hit from one day to the next, I will take that every day. It is not about the home runs. It's about getting those base hits. It's about, getting those win percentages up. Because if I can sit there... the loss that I took on UVXY was a 12% loss on the position. $52 was a small position. I'm not looking for home runs. I am looking for getting that base hit every single time, or at least as many times as I can. So yeah, the base hit on Ford netted me 22%. So I am, for the most part, unless something phenomenal happens with AMC and it runs up and I get a good entry point for maybe a covered call contract for next Friday, I am actually done. I'm done trading for the week. Or unless if I see my regular 5% dip on Doge, where I'll duck in, grab a couple Doge coins on a good 5% dip. Other than that, I'm done trading for the week. I ended up with 4 out of 5 trades hitting this week. I had the one loss. That is a good percentage. I'll take that percentage every week, and it's just good, consistent trading. Oh, Paul's saying happy anniversary. I missed. Yeah, it is 4 years ago today that we started dating. So yeah, it is super happy day. The market, I'm on cloud nine. Just absolutely perfect relationship, and I'm done trading for the week. There's nothing unless AMC goes to zero. There's like nothing that could ruin this week. Now that being said, that I'm done trading, of course, I will still look if I see if a perfect trade comes out, and I see the dream setup. Yeah, I might consider it. Unfortunately, Shredder, we do not have an AMC. Actually, let me see where I think the closest AMC is actually down in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. And that's a little bit far for a drive to. Sold off one set of Ford calls up 15%, still holding some out of the money for the 29th. Yeah, Riptide, I debated holding and waiting to see if I could get the free call, if we could run up 40%. I saw, I was watching it. I saw it hit. Saw this candle working. I saw the RSI start to fold over. The Stachy start to fold over. So I saw it roll over, and I'm like, yeah, it might be cooling off for a while. That's why I got out, Riptide. It just looked like it was going for a little bit of a cool off. I could pull up the 1 minute and show you the candle I got out on, but I was watching it on the 5. And when I saw this candle going, this candle right here, the 11:20 candle on the 5 minute, when I saw that rolling over, I was like, okay, this is where I exit. I'm going to start to learn more about options trading. I think I can make decent money. Yeah, Pugnacious, it definitely, go out, definitely, hang out in the channel, ask whatever questions you want. If you want to go check out other channels, any information you can get. And then, it never hurts to find a nice stock in the $1 to $2 range to learn on. That's what I ended up doing. But yeah, if you go through and learn how they work, learn what the numbers mean, especially the Greeks, go through and figure all that out, and from there you just kind of develop your trading strategy. I have 2 books. Yeah, definitely. If you got 2 books about it, learn. Really, there should only be 2. There should be 3 books on options: a book on calls, a book on puts, and a book on multi-leg strategies. There could be 3 books, and that would cover all of options. And pretty much everything out there is just a combination of calls and puts, buying and selling. Share what you find out, P. Knowing is half the battle to get them. Yeah, that's it. Shredder, that's it exactly. And that is why, every time I hit the go live button, I'm here to share information. And I certainly, not only do I want people to just learn off the basic strategies and learn from the wins, but certainly if you can learn from the losses also, if you know how to minimize your losses, losing a bit of money is a great teacher. That's because if all you do is win, you don't you're gonna get overconfident. You're gonna get cocky with it, and that's when you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna think, oh, no trade can go wrong, and yeah, they can. There's no such thing as 100% hit rate. There's not. But yeah, so let's pop over to AMC. Is there anything? Oh, that's what I was looking at. AMCtheaters.com. Find a theater. Oh, let's see. Oh, cool. There's one in Baton Rouge, also known as a Red Stick. Let's and looking. Yeah, Minneapolis, St. Paul. That does look to be the closest. Eden Prairie, Roseville, Edina, Apple Valley. Yeah, there are none up in my area. Hey, Cassie, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. So we will. Oh, what do we got going on here? Yeah. So the good news is, let us jump up to the 26th. I don't think these covered calls are in any kind of danger. The 26 covered calls I have expiring today. If we run up to 26 today, I will. That covered call could gladly be executed if we run up to 26 today. So yeah, AMC option chain. Let's see how we're doing for the week here. Oh, sorry, I was looking at AMC May 6th. So yeah, looking at today, not too many calls in the money. We don't even have a single strike price over 2,000 contracts. That's if we could run up and capture 19, over 2,500 contracts there. It's. They knew what they were doing this week. We all know the name of the game for them, so it's to be expected. Let's look for Monday to go on another little run, and as long as people don't do silly stuff in the market, the end for them is inevitable. They're gonna have to cover. It's just a matter of when, whether they cover all at once, or if they keep covering in short little bursts. If they only cover like 5-10 million at a time, we'll still see huge pop-ups because that much buying pressure. But the thing is that they keep shorting it back down. That's we get these little runs, and I have no doubt that somebody's slipping some share, somebody's covering some positions, very small ones, on a run up like that, the run to 34. I have no doubt that there were some shares that covered in there, not a significant amount. There are 8 AMC theaters within 30 minutes. Well, Simon, send one up here to my area. I would totally love a AMC theater up here. So looking at next week, we got that nice hard line at 21,000 contracts. And looking at the premiums, currently $73 for covered calls at that strike. A little surprised there isn't an AMC in Duluth. Yeah, that's you would think Duluth would have one. Well, as a shareholder, I should as an owner of the company, I should contact Adam Aaron and be like, yeah, we need to get a AMC theater up in Duluth, Minnesota. The Duluth Hermantown area, so I don't like going down the hill, but get it up in Hermantown. So yeah, I think what I'll end up doing, I won't do next week's covered calls yet. I kind of want to wait and see what kind of volatility we get on Monday. You get that AM run up. If we see a good spike, that can not only drive premiums, drive the premiums a bit through volatility, but also move my strike higher. I always like my strike to be as high as possible when selling covered calls. Essentially, so right now I've got the cash secured puts for next Friday entered at the 2020 strike price, or 2050, sorry. Well, if I were to go one step above with my covered calls, it's only a $54 premium. So it's almost worth it, because Theta's really not going to help me out that much going into next week, as compared to the volatility spike that we may get on Monday morning. So if I enter, I am going to be looking at these 21s or the 2050s. That would it would set me up with, what's that, a straddle or a strangle? It would set me up with a straddle option. A straddle, it's actually spread out over a couple days because, I rolled the calls yesterday morning, or I rolled the puts yesterday morning, and then open covered calls on Monday. So it wouldn't be a perfect straddle, but it would be it'd be kind of a pseudo straddle because it would be the same strike prices. But yeah, get this a little bit higher. I want to play as close to, I want to play as high as possible, but I like the fact that there's over 21,000 contracts at 20 right now. I like having this right here if I'm going to be playing covered calls, right up above it. So chances are someone who's looking to buy calls on Monday, chances are, if I'm doing one contract, chances are they're going to sell or they're going to be buying that contract from me. And it'll just be that one contract that we've been talking about for several weeks now. The rest of the position is still locked up. And just looking to generate more buying power. We're doing pretty good this the past couple of weeks. Just been generating really good cash flow. It's not not huge dollars, but it's consistent. That's the thing behind it. It's those home runs. Yeah, they do come around, but just having a nice consistent pattern. Nice consistent pattern, and avoid, more than making money, avoid losing money. It's I don't know if, I think it's Gabe who says, if you focus on not losing money, then the inverse will happen. If you're focusing on not losing, then you'll be making money, or at least breaking even. So, how is the SPY looking on the day? Oh my God, look at that nice little pop on the SPY right there. That would have been really never... See, this is... Let me check it on the 3. Yeah, it's interesting because if you look at how far back the SPY if you look off the low, it came up, tested, and started to run from there. I would have looked at this second test. You never got the crossover though. That's the thing. But if you look at how oversold it was, and then there's your run up, comes back down. Even on the RSI, did not get as low. And once it started the upward movement again, where did it break? Okay, so it broke 50 on the RSI right there. So yeah, looking at the RSI, this would have probably been a good entry. A little bit worrisome through there. And then all of a sudden it just started popping off. That would have been a really, really good place to get in. It's the 1348 is a great strategy. It's not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect strategy. It's certainly good for getting you to look a little bit deeper. And the indicators, when they hit, most times, when all the requirements are met, you get a positive result. Like, I might have been just a little bit early on my entry for Ford yesterday, but it still worked out because I look at it not only through their eyes but through how I play. And it looked like their numbers were going to be coming up, but my indicator was a little bit before that. course, y'all were some of y'all were here on the live stream yesterday when it happened and got to see the biggest goof I've made so far. So how is everyone else doing on the week? Just looking to see if there are any other anybody else who stands out. Looks like Doge is going on a little bit of a pullback here. Might be bouncing right now. Just paid $40,000 in taxes. God, that's a lot, man. I cannot wait to pay $40,000 in taxes. I really can't. If I'm paying $40,000 in taxes, that means we hit the MOAS. So yeah, I say bring it on. I want to look at something here. AMC puts. No, I'm not talking about buying puts. Ouch, God. Yeah, the volume is low, the volatility is low, which means the premiums are coming down. That's, you know. Whoa, wait a minute. When I tried to sell a call on Robinhood, it says I don't have enough shares of AMC. Well, do you have over 100 shares? Because if you're just trying to sell one call, if you got 100 shares, you should have enough. Yeah, if you have 4,000 shares, you should have enough. Lots of wheeling and dealing, many closed accounts to get bombarded with taxes. Oh, yeah, I got rid of from last year. It's like when I first started crypto, I actually did crypto through PayPal. Luckily, I don't have to worry about that this year. All I have on Webull is my Shib position, and I'm not going to be selling that, or at least no plans to sell that, so I don't have to worry about that one. So essentially, it's just BlockFi and Robinhood. That's all I got to worry about for mine this year coming up. It's all good now. I'll quadruple my new base now. Let me have a look at that real quick, Simon. I had a weird thing when the other day I was looking at playing some calls, buying call contracts. I was looking to buy some call contracts on AMC, and I had the covered call open, and I was talking about releasing collateral, and it was different date, different strike price. I wonder if something kooky's going on with Robinhood right now. Let me have a look here. I'm not actually going to do it. Trade options 14th. Buy calls. Yeah, so I'm clicking on buying calls on AMC, and it's talking about releasing collateral. So I don't know if it's trying to close out my covered call. As a result, that is well, you know what? It might be because I have a sell limit on all my AMC. Yeah, it might be that they're tied up in another contract, but see, I don't know what the deal is, because even if I have covered calls outstanding, I should still be able to buy a call position, unless you can't have a buy and sell the same. But that kind of defeats the purpose of doing four leg spreads like the butterfly and the condor. So yeah, I don't know what is up with that. It was the same thing when I went in to do bull put spreads. It was looking to release my $2,100, or all the collateral from the cash secured puts. So I wonder if that just might be some weird quirk on Robinhood with their options trading. I don't know, because everything I always do is built into singular contracts. So yeah, that is a little bit odd. Skills is down. Playing puts would be okay on different stocks. The only problem is you don't have the unlimited upside potential like you do on the call side of the house. SPY pulling back, it's testing the 200. Speaking of puts, looks like it's going for the 13 wants to cross underneath the 30 or 48 there. It already has on the 3-minute. In fact, it is pulling down. The 13's fixing to cross through the 200. Like Monday was the only green day. Well, see, Shredder, that's one thing. I tend to not. Yeah, it sucks seeing your P&L being low. Your account lost this much value this week. I don't use that as the basis of looking how my week goes. I look at for the week. I would go through and calculate all the plays I made, and all right, what did I have for winners? What did I have for losers? Okay, how was my week based off that? Because certainly if you're doing the buy and hold, well, it doesn't matter what really is going on. The day-to-day price action, you're just waiting on the MOAS. Well, if you have most of your position locked up in AMC, well, whatever the stock does, that's pretty much what your P&L on your account's going to do overall. So yeah, when they're shorting it down, you see that red, and I'm sorry, it's sitting there. Yeah, I know I'm down on the position. But then I look at the fact that the plays that I'm making money on those. I'm not. When your P&L is moving, you're not making money. You're not losing money until you exit the position. So I don't. Red days, green days, they don't matter to me. It's, did I make any moves, and the moves I made, did I gain or did I lose? But yeah, it sucks to look at. That's why I have that mentality, because it sucks to look at your P&L just being absolutely horrible. So just don't pay attention to it. Look at the actual active trades that you made, and if you're making money, then it's a good week. If you're losing money on the week, well, do some homework, figure out what went wrong, regroup, and see if you want to enter back in and try and make some of that back. So what I'm interested in now, we are, let's go AMC. So I've got these right now. So yeah, probably about Wednesday or Thursday of next week, I'll look where AMC is and look and see how these premiums are holding up. Look and see if we're in the zone for those shares. It'll be okay. Yep. It'll all work out the way it's supposed to work out in the end. And the shorts haven't covered. That's the most important thing of all. The shorts have not covered. So what do we got here? We've got 258. 258, 258, 258, 258, 258, 273. Minus 258, 15. Well, I could roll those right now for another $65. The thing is, I don't want to get that far out yet. And so what I was looking at right there, everybody, this is because they've been forcing it down, and this is what I did this week. This is how I made that $80 rolling those puts out. So if I look at this week, or look at next week, the cash secured puts that I currently have I have these at the 2050 mark. They're currently worth 254 a contract. So all I do is, if I'm looking, depending upon what happens with the share price, say this is Thursday of next week. And so these are currently, I'm looking to get another week because we're so far out of the money that if this executed, it would be for a loss. I would, essentially lose more to value if the contract got executed, on Friday. So all you do on a situation like this is you look at the strike that you're at right now, which is the 2050, compare it to the strike you're moving to, which would be the $20, and I could roll those out, change the contract. Wait, do I have the right ones there? Yeah, because I would buy to close the other ones at the 254, and I would sell to open at the new one. So I would collect the difference in the premiums, plus I would have $50 of collateral released to me because I've gone for the lower strike price. Now, I could sell the exact same contract, like right now. If I sold the same contract, it would be... I would receive $9 less by doing the same strike price. And I would still be left with the same problem that the current strike price is so far below where... current share price is so far below my strike price. So basically, I would do the step down to keep getting closer and collecting that, releasing that collateral back to me. If that makes sense to everyone. That's just one of those little tools or one of those little tricks you can learn to try and maximize the way you're trading. And that's another one of those things about being on the selling side. As time passes, these contracts are going to lose value. Now, that doesn't really translate into, making more money. It just means that, the dollar amounts are smaller. If I wanted to straight up exit the position as compared to rolling the position, because if this got down to, $30 premium, well then, it's a lot better to close out, buying it back for 30 as opposed to buying it for 270. So that's, one of the benefits of time being on your side. And if we look at where it was, so these were the original contracts that I got at 21, the ones that I rolled yesterday. If I were to exit those, it would be $246 to get out of that position, to buy that contract back. If I let it execute, Well, my break even was $19.90. If you look, we are certainly well below 1990. I would end up losing about 140. Oh, well, you look at the 140, add in the premium I received, and that, that's pretty much where that comes from. So it's like, yeah, I wasn't going to buy the shares at that low of a price because it would have just been cheaper to buy the shares outright. So I'm trying to move back in that butter zone where the shares overall are cheaper than what I'd be paying for. What is everyone up to? I don't see a whole lot going on in the chat right now. In fact, who all do we still have in the chat right now? Ford is still up. Yeah, Riptide, it's looking like, taking that 15% and stepping out on Ford temporarily, man, that is just burning theta right there. And as a buyer, theta burn hurts. So yeah, your 15% exit. Oh, hey, there's Riptide. Cassie listening at work. Here listening just at work. Yeah, cool. Oh, what are we on? We're on the 3 minute right now. What? I'm kind of interested at what time did I actually exit that Ford position. For the most part, it's irrelevant now, but just kind of for my own peace of mind, I'm interested in knowing when it went. At 10:10. Shredder, I'm prepping chicken to cook my wife in a few days since we're back home. Disney is calling, Beach's dentist, doctor. Wow, okay. Getting hair done and nails, son is napping. Might pick up calls for May 6th at the 15 strike though, see if it can drop a bit. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Riptide. I'm waiting to see, I'm waiting to see if it pulls back a bit. If you look at the 13 and the 15, we're on the 3 minute right now, or the 13 and the 48. They're running together. So there's not a lot going on. Literally, this should just be burning value. Yeah, if it drops a bit more, or I would look for. I'd be looking for some kind of divergence. Look for these to widen out either to the downside or the high side. That's the thing. When it's running like this, you never know when it could just start popping. You much better have the signals where they're away from each other, and then I wonder how many people waited and when it crossed either the 200 here or the 48 here. Well, we were in. I was in yesterday. I saw the setup coming already, so yeah. Tons of fun to come, yeah. No, Paul actually is on Twitter. But Paul is not the fake Clay Bro. Speaking of Disney, good price right now. Picked up a few shares for your daughter's that's your granddaughter's account, right? That you're on with that. Let's look at Disney. Disney, nice little pop on the day. That's on the 3 minute. So just after 11 on the 3 minute. There's your cross right there. Your 13 cross and your 48. And what do we have there? What's the low on that candle? Or no, let's do the high on the candle. 132.17. That'd have been nice. That's almost $1 run across there. I'm knowing the way I trade, I might have got out on that candle. I would have left some profits on the table, but the same, looking at the same setup, the same exit I had on Ford, I I probably, when I saw this candle coming in, that probably would have been my. If I start seeing a nice, nice hard downward candle, that's usually my step out point. I especially if I'm up over 10% already, I'll take 10% profit all day long. Keep doing those 10% wins. That is, how you build your account. Especially, if you're playing with 10% of your portfolio and you take a 10% win, you basically increase your portfolio by 1%. 130-ish long hold. Yeah, definitely a long hold. Yeah, cause we've talked about that one before, Riptide. Yeah, that's. I don't remember if I ever did an evaluation on as far as entry points. It does look like 130 is gonna. Oh, sorry. I'm not seeing any lines down there. And see, this is if you're looking long term and it's something that you are looking to just especially if you're setting up accounts for children or grandchildren. If you look on the daily or the 4-hour time period, if you're below the 200, that could be you're in a trend area where if you're planning on buying shares and holding them for a really long time, especially if you're using drip or anything like that, and you have a good dividend. Well, as long as you're below the 200, you're going to be you should be averaging down at that point. Yeah, in the 5 minutes since yesterday. Oh my God, yeah. If you anyone who got in right at $1.30 yesterday, and we're up almost $3. If you look at the difference between the low yesterday and the high today is over $3. So yeah, that's definitely a good move right there. That's right. Not only options on this channel, we do talk about long-term investment and dividend portfolios, and this is a full market channel. Even with a little bit of crypto thrown in here and there, it's just we focus more on options. But there's nothing wrong with the rest of the market or different plays. Oh my God, they are still looking good. I don't even know what this TCAT is. So someone had mentioned it. I threw it on the list just to keep an eye on it. Anyone who happened to be playing TCAT, definitely. If you got in recently, $3.99 was the high. Yeah, even at the high on Wednesday, if you got out at the 426, you'd still be up on the position. Tesla getting beat down. Hershey. All right, we can look at Hershey. Oh, sorry. Pardon me. Hershey just looks weird on the charts. I don't know what it is. Oh my God, look at that upward growth. Check the 4-hour. Look at Hershey. This is a great long-term stock. Depending upon how far back you got in on it. Drop on the daily. Yeah, I mean, just look at this. This is a killer stock. That stock just won't die. Yeah, that's well, look at right here. What do we got? 11. Yeah, this right here right where we're at, started the market downtrend that lasted, 2-3 months, and Hershey just trucking along right through it. It did have some pullback times, but man, that it just won't stop. Yes, I know. Riptide. This is another one we've also talked about before. Apple. Apple getting smacked down right now. I should almost drop this list. It's kind of irrelevant because I play the stocks that I play. Go back over to my watch list. Oh. So, another part of evaluation. I updated our red line off of rolling out those cash secured puts to next week. As you can see, we are below that line. So if we go back to yesterday we were flirting with the line. As it stands right now on the trend we're on, chances are next week I will be looking to roll those out and down. Because remember, if you're playing cash secured puts, you want to roll them out and down. For the most part, it's not perfect. It's not exact. If you're playing covered calls, if you're rolling out, you want to roll out and up. That's always unless you're planning on having your contract executed. Hey, no problem with that, Pugnacious. We're here just kind of doing our thing. AMC is coming up on the 5 minute. It's trying to test that 13. If it can get above the 13 and start moving towards the 48, it is definitely in the. It's definitely oversold right now. Not as bad as the blatant shorting right there, because we know that's not normal price action. We've all been in this game long enough to know that those aren't real movements. Those are manufactured. I just wish we'd get some of those volatility spikes upwards, because after today, I do not have a covered call position open for next week, so I'll be at the mercy of the Monday morning. Hopefully, we get an upward spike, and I can get a really, really good entry point while the volatility's high. That's the whole thing. There are times you'll hear people talking about IV crush. So when you're buying calls and stuff, if it is an extremely volatile market, the more volatile it is, let's get over to calls. Volatility will increase your premium rate. So as volatility is getting higher, your premiums become more and more expensive. So you buy your calls, and if volatility starts to fall off, the value of them comes down, which means the price may be the same, but because it's becoming less and less volatile, you're losing more and more money on them. I have a weird obsession with doing my daughter's hair. Okay. I don't know if I'd call it weird obsession, if you're, just taking care of your kid. Oh, wow. Hey, everybody. We are at that time. I can't believe it's that time already. I want to thank everybody who stopped by the live stream today. Thank everybody for the anniversary wishes and the congratulations and all the happy stuff. Like I said, I'm just so lucky and feel so loved and so much love for my wonderful girlfriend. But yes, thank you everyone for the kind words. So I want to thank everyone who came to the live stream. Looks like we got Shredder, Pugnacious, Bucky Barnes, also known as 1111 Mr. Simon, Riptide, DD214, Pika, Cassie, Paul. We had Pugnacious. Looking to see if I missed anyone. Did I miss anyone? Looks like we are good to go. So thank you everyone who came by, joined the live stream. Hope everyone has a good weekend, a safe weekend. And I'll catch y'all a little bit later over on Clay Bros. So from me to you, I wish you good health, good trades, and I'll talk to y'all later on.